Welcome back everyone to Right is Right, where I show you just how dishonest the liberals and the liberal media really are. And in today's story, we're going back to the Daily Caller. And I love this website because it was co-founded by Tucker Carlson, so you know that it's going to tell the blatant truth. And it's about good old slow Joe Biden. And he got a little angry yesterday when a Fox reporter wanted to ask him a question. And before the Fox reporter could even ask the question, oh, Slow Joe said this.
I know you always ask a hostile question, but go ahead.
Hostile question? No, go ahead. Thank you so much. So, you said, and you have said recently, that you warned, step up to the mic so you can hear us at home. You said that you warned President Trump in January that there was going to be a pandemic and what needed to be done. If you knew that, then why were you still hosting crowded campaign rallies in March?
Now, what I talked about was not what had to be done. What I said, you got to take this seriously. You got to take this seriously. You got to take this seriously.
Okay, so there's a couple things to unbox from this video. But number one, the fact that he said, you always ask a hostile question is hilarious because Joe has been in his basement for a long time. And when he does come out, which is pretty rarely, the media almost never asks him anything but softball questions. And a hostile question to him is a question that's not completely tailored perfectly for him so that he can answer it easily. It's a real question from a real reporter. This is the same person that skated through interview after interview with different news anchors that never asked him about the allegations that have been placed against him by Tara Reade and the sexual assault that she claims. Truthfully, this man does not know what a hostile question really is. And the second part of this video I would like to talk about is the question itself. And the question that Peter Doocy asked was actually a really good and legitimate question. It was about the hypocrisy of Joe Biden. He talked about how Trump needs to take it seriously. But then he went on and continued to have crowded campaign rallies in March. Now, it's true that most politicians are hypocrites to some degree. However, Joe Biden is a special case. When Trump closed the border in January from China because he was trying to protect the American people from the coronavirus, Joe Biden used this situation for political gain. He claimed that Trump was xenophobic and fear-mongering by closing the border, and he was just trying to score points with minorities. He couldn't care less about the American people, because if he did, he would have praised Trump for this move. But instead, of course, he called him a lot of names, a lot of those liberal buzzword names, and then he also held rallies of his own in March because he didn't really take it seriously like he claims that he did. But we all know Joe Biden has claimed many things in his life that are completely and totally false.
What law school did you attend, and where did you place in that class? And the other question is, could you quickly, I think
I probably have a much higher IQ than you do, I suspect. I went to law school on a full academic scholarship, the only one in my class to have a full academic scholarship. In the first year in law school, I decided I didn't want to be in law school and ended up in the bottom two-thirds of my class, and then decided I wanted to stay, went back to law school, and in fact ended up in the top half of my class. I won the International Moot Court competition. I was the outstanding student in the political science department at the end of my year. I graduated with 3 degrees from undergraduate school and 165 credits, only need 123 credits, and I'd be delighted to sit down and compare my IQ to yours if you'd like, Frank.
This video from 1988 contains just a few of the many lies that Joe Biden has told over the years. He said that he graduated in the top half of his class, but that was actually inaccurate. He actually graduated in the bottom half of his class. He also claims that he graduated with 3 degrees from his undergraduate school. But that's a lie too. Only 2 degrees. He also said that he went to school on a full academic scholarship. And in his quote, he says, "My recollection is," well, Joe, we all know how reliable your recollection is. He went on to say that he was the outstanding student in the political science department. But of course, that was a lie too. And later on, he finally admitted that his name was put up for that award. He didn't win anything. Now, we could go through all the lies that Joe Biden has told as a politician, but that would probably take weeks. Because lying for old Creepy Joe is just another day at the office. And I would like to see Joe Biden step into the shoes of Donald Trump for one day. He couldn't handle it. He would probably be dead from a heart attack by noon, because he would have a lot more than only one supposed hostile question. Almost every question would be hostile or have an agenda behind it. Well guys, that will do it for today's video. I just wanted to show the hypocrisy that we can see on the left. Joe Biden gets softball question after softball question thrown at him, and when he finally gets a real question, he calls it hostile. And no doubt he roots on the media when Trump gets these ridiculous and hostile questions thrown at him on a regular basis. Anyways, that'll do it for today's video, guys. Thank you all for watching, and if you liked the video, please subscribe, because I will be uploading a new video every day to show the blatant dishonesty of the left. And also, please share it with your friends, because we need to reach more people with the truth. And lastly, please hit that like button. And guys, I will see you all in the next one. Take care and stay safe.